A really rough night for us, obviously, and that was a tough first quarter. Even looking at that's a tough one to swallow. Seeing only scoring 1 point there in the first quarter, I thought we actually bounced back really well in the second quarter. We kind of talked about during the in between quarters there of if we could flush that first quarter and we could restart this, I trust that we'd be fine. We just didn't really bounce back to their punches. Had to take 2 timeouts in that first quarter, and we really couldn't respond. I thought in that second quarter we actually really played well. I think we got that to within 13, and I think maybe had the ball twice with it at 13, and kind of threatening to make that a game and kind of put some pressure on them. And obviously didn't have very good possessions there at that spot, and 2 really bad transition defensive possessions that got that back up to 17. And even starting the quarter, felt like we could kind of put a dent in that and be okay. And unfortunately for us, kind of rough start to the third quarter defensively. But I actually thought our offense was clicking. I thought our offense really played well in the second and third quarter. We were able to get to the basket and kind of break down the defense. Unfortunately, we really just didn't make shots today. We've had a couple of those, and it's been tough for us to garner much those nights that we haven't scored from the arc. And then today, kind of you throw on top of that, not being able to connect at the free throw line, giving up the number of offensive rebounds we did. We got some things that we got to clean up defensively, and to be honest with you, probably offensively as well. Yeah, I think I just say that we got good looks, but we missed a lot of layups, and some of those were point-blank layups. And I think when that happened, we maybe kind of hung our heads a little bit, and I thought that was really the key part of it, is we came out energized. We came out at a different intensity level in the second quarter, that if we would have been able to do that at the 5-minute mark instead of, at the start of the second quarter, maybe things go a little bit differently. And I thought that was, hey, we didn't do some things well. We're going to do this. We're going to still get those looks, but we kind of had to change the face a little bit. We kind of had to change our body language. And I thought when we did that and played a little more energy and intensity, we got back to being solid. Yeah, I think, one, you're going against a really good team. So the combination of us kind of missing some things offensively and not putting any pressure on them, I thought we gave some things to them pretty easily in that first quarter. A couple pull-ups, a couple, that first possession, whatever. They're going to get some buckets. I think they followed up with a 3. I just thought some of those pull-ups and some of those might as well have been layups. And so all of a sudden you're scrambling there, and the ball, the hoop maybe got a little bit smaller for us on the offensive end, and then defensively. But no question, I think I don't care who you are, you score 1 point in a quarter. Some of that has to be mental, and it was for us, and we knew that, and that's where I'm proud of our kids. Is I thought we kind of put that behind us at the start of the second quarter, and for maybe 20 minutes after that, at least offensively, I thought we actually did a lot of really good things. Just kind of the front end and back end of the game were not very good to us. To be honest with you, I don't know how much I take away from what the score was outside of the first quarter. I think that, intensity level changes maybe on their part. Maybe they do some things differently too. So I don't know how much we want to hang our hat on the score being, hey, we're okay if we just take away that first quarter. That first quarter was that's a big hole that we dug ourselves into. But like you said, I'm proud of the resolve we had at times. We didn't have to play perfectly after that, and I think that was the message at halftime. We didn't have to do everything perfectly. We just had to grind away and chip away at it. And I think we did enough things offensively well in the third quarter. We just were really poor defensively. We kind of got back to scoring 20 points in that quarter. We shot 57% in the second quarter. We shot 54% in the second quarter, or in the third quarter. Like, that's one of the best defenses out there. So for us to shoot, combined 55%, somewhere in that range against a really good defense, I think that says a lot